And from the killings in Plateau to the kidnap of seminarians in Kaduna, killing of PDP chairman in Delta, and the launch of Amoteku in the southwest, I have joining me on the news to discuss the security situation in the country, an expert, Dennis Amachree. Many thanks to you, Dennis Amachree, for joining us on this hour.
Good afternoon.
We know that you have a very broad knowledge of security, especially in the country. So why are we where we are now, where on one hand government say, you know, they're doing all they can to ensure that issues of insecurity are a thing of the past, but it looks like insecurity is on the rise, especially even now in the southwest and the south-south. Yeah,
the state of insecurity, I think, is rising within the country. We've been able to push back the insurgents in the northeast, but a lot of them have filtered into the country where they are carrying out kidnappings. Because remember, kidnapping is a source of raising money for their operations, terrorist operations. So a lot of these kidnappers we are hearing about, the bandits, are all part of Boko Haram that are inside the country.
So these are not different categories of people?
No, they are just, you know, an extension of what is going on. And of course, some people that are using it as opportunities that are using the situation to also criminals making money for themselves. So this kind of situation we're having right now, and that's why I'm happy that we have the Amoteku coming up at this time, because I think it is necessary, and it's in a way trying to push the hand of government to do what is needful, you know, because people have been asking for state policing, and that has not come to light. But police have been talking of community policing. And of course, there is a different forms of community policing that is going on. But I think they have to structure it properly and let it work as, you know, a structure.
Let me ask you before we look at the structure of the Amoteku. Let's look at the constitutionality, because it's generating some sort of controversy in the country. We just heard the NYC and say it is unconstitutional. You have headed a security outfit in this country. What is the constitutionality of Operation Amoteku?
I think, number one, as it is presently constituted, it's illegal. It's illegal because they need to have their state assemblies to ratify or promulgate a law covering them, just like the neighborhood watches. Many states in this country have neighborhood watches, and these were the products of the law of the states. I know Lagos State has a neighborhood watch, and that was created by the state. But now that you've created a regional thing, I know there is a kind of rush and hurry in all these things, because I don't think they've even arranged on the processes or, you know, the protocol that they are going to use in collecting information for the police, you know. And of course, if they are working together with the police, then the police, maybe to the rank of a commissioner, should be head of that structure. But all those have not been done. We don't know who is the head of Amoteku.
The state assembly should ratify.
Oh yeah, there must be a law. There must be a law saying that forming it.
Okay.
You cannot just gather yourself and say that you are an association, because it has happened in other states where, even in Lagos, where they have a law covering them.
One of the is also generating controversy in terms of people feel like it might not last, in terms of funding, in terms of intelligence sharing, and also when you also look at deploying technology. What can the governors do to ensure that this is not just a one-time thing? It becomes a very effective and enduring agency.
I was expecting that, because before they come to play, I was expecting that they would be trained. I know we are dealing with hunters and agbekoyas, you know, who know the terrain and everything, but because they are going to be working with the formal security agencies, there must be some kind of training that will tell them, look, when you get information, what do you do with it? You know, if you are cornered in a particular place, what do you do? Are you going to use cell phones to call and tell, or there's a number you can call and tell, or, you know, what do you do? This kind of training have to happen. And they should not just take uniform and then put on some people, because there is a tendency in Nigeria especially for people to abuse uniforms. There are too many uniforms in Nigeria. And you see people wearing uniforms, vigilante, and all those kind of people, you know, where before you know it now, if it's not properly managed, because it needs proper management, you will start to see them take money from passengers and all kinds of things, high-handedness, and that is the fear many people were having about state police, because they feel that these people are going to be used against their opponents, you know. But the idea is very good initiative, but it has to be properly thought out.
Structured. All right. Many thanks to you, security expert Dennis Amachree.
Thank you very much.
And coming up on